All right. Hey, everybody. So I'm really excited about tonight. We're going to talk about systems, and it's actually going to be somewhat short. I feel like I say that, and Allison's laughing at me. I say that it's going to be short. Well, we'll see. Because I legit see, normally it's 2 pages, and it's like not even a full page. So I legit did this so that you could ask me questions afterwards, and I'm actually going to put 2 of you potentially on the spot, just so you know, but I'm not telling you who. Okay, so systems. When I start talking about Power Hour in the newbies group, I had questions, what is Power Hour? And so if you are a veteran coach here, obviously you know what Power Hour is, but I want to kind of do something team-wide and just see how it goes and see how we end up the month. Because what's today? Today's the 21st. We have 9 days left in the month. That is like enough time to work some magic. Even if you're a new coach, that is plenty of time to hit Success Club. I have hit Success Club and gotten all 5 of my Success Club points on the last day of the month before. So it's possible. So we're going to try this and see. It's something I've been doing, and I was nervous to share this with you guys tonight because it's so fresh for me. But at the same time, I thought, hey, I want to be right there with you guys. I want you to see me as your leader also right there with you doing exactly what I'm telling you guys to do. So I want to do this with you guys and see our success as a team potentially in 9 days. And then also even more so in May, and just kind of run with this and see how it goes. So I created this new system for me. Jessica laughed at me the other day because I talked to her so much about my systems, and I've been here like 17 months and I have a new system every week of the month. So this one I'm actually really excited about, and I created it during that. If you saw me post about wanting to do a team-wide, potentially once a week, Power Hour, to where we literally just log on to Zoom at some point, it would technically be 40 minutes because I'm cheap and that's as long as our Zoom calls are. So a 40-minute power, 40 minutes. So, but I did this the other day with Sarah, and it was just amazing being on a Power Hour with a team and seeing everybody just get to work. There's something about like having everybody in front of you like totally zoned in. You're like, oh crap, like I need to like do something instead of just, scroll Facebook. I mean, I guess none of us would really know if you were scrolling Facebook, but like I sure know, like I was looking at these people and I was like, okay, they're actually like doing legit work. I need to do something. So it was awesome. So I really want to attempt those. I don't know when we're going to do that, but that's kind of like PA announcement. So, but I did develop this and have been doing it for 2 days. And I was stuck at Success Club 5 for like 20 days. It's the 21st. I was stuck at Success Club 5 for like 20 days. And I did this the last 2 days and just being intentional about it. And I now have Jay at 2 with an enrollment out, and I have 3 coach enrollments out on mine. Again, not like yay me, just more so like the intentionality of this works. And I've seen it work. So if you've been on a call with me, most of you are brand new, so this is why I'm doing it again. I've done a call very similar to this, and it does mimic Sarah Tries thing a little bit. But I wanted to like not dumb it down, but be more specific with what to do during each one, each period, and see how we do with this, okay? So a Power Hour. Let's just start with that. So a Power Hour is basically an hour of your time where you have 0 distractions. Now, does this mean that it is a full hour? Absolutely not. If you listen to Vanessa's call the other day, it's where you can find those cracks. If you have 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, or 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, take those and run with them. You don't have to have a strict hour. If you have a strict hour somewhere during the day, you know, plan for that. And that is where my first task for you to do is get a calendar. So number one, buy a calendar. And I want you to get a calendar that has like the hours like written down in them. There's one called the Day Designer at Target. I think it's like $12. I have one that I can post that I ordered from Amazon that I love because it has me write down my goals. It has me write down what I specifically want to do, and it has the hours written down. And it kind of just helps me plan out my day. If it's, you know, if I have time with my kids, I have time with my kids and I write that down. If it's work time, it's work time, and I'm writing down specifically what I want to do. I feel like there are times, especially with new coaches, that you guys are coming in and all this information with, especially with Rock the Basics, is like getting pumped in at you and it becomes overwhelming. So I want you to have a system that works for you, and I want you to have one system that works for you, because learn from me, I had about 10 systems and not one of them worked. So let's figure out one and let's do it all together. How about that? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to break down a power hour for you. I cannot talk tonight. I'm going to break down a power hour for you, and I'm going to break it into 15-minute segments. That way, it's not 1 hour of just craziness. So it's, if you need 30 minutes, if you need a 15-minute block, for a lot of you, even stay-at-home moms, there are times that I just have 15 minutes. If you're a full-time working mom, if you're just a full-time worker, whatever stage of life you're in, you can find 15-minute blocks throughout the day. Shout out to Allison. She's one of our diamond coaches. She is a full-time working mom, and I know that she just finds these little cracks, and we call them mom cracks. And just throughout the day, 15 minutes here and there. So that's why I broke this down into 15 minutes. So here's what we're going to do. So I did 2 different power hours during the day. If you can only fit in one, that's totally fine. The second power hour is more of like a follow-up power hour if you need it, okay? So you guys ready? The first 15 minutes, you're only going to contact new contacts, okay? So you need to have, what do you need to do? You need to have a goal. How many new contacts am I going to contact? During this 15 minutes, you are not answering any messages that come back. Okay? I know that's so hard. I have the hardest time with this, and when I have done this the last 2 days, it's just amazing. Okay? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, you get in this like mode of like, I message them, oh, they're messaging me back, and then you sit there and stare at like the 3 dots for like 5 minutes, and they're like, they're typing. No, we're not doing that. And I am just as much like at fault of that. So you send that message and you move on. I promise you, you're gonna have a time to go back and send them a message. So hold on. So 15 minutes of strictly new contacts. Next 15 minutes, follow-ups. Only follow-ups. These are people that you're only following up with. Again, do not carry on a conversation with them. Follow up with them, move on to the next person. Again, you need to have a specific number. I would recommend everybody shoot for 10. There's no reason in 15 minutes you cannot do 10 messages, okay? And I don't please don't hear me say that like rude or mean, especially new coaches. I want you to hear this. Your follow-ups the first couple days may be new contacts again. So you're doing 30 minutes of new contacts because you haven't had that base yet of follow-ups to follow up with, okay? But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what a follow-up can be. 15 minutes, the next 15 minutes, inviting. This is where people get hard, and this is where it's going to be 15 minutes of solid inviting. This is talking to people that you've talked to that, you know, you've got a free challenge group. New coaches, this is going to be a lot of you. Free challenge group. That invite is so, hard for people, but it's so easy because it's free and people do want to get healthy. It's just they want it free, and that's kind of what you're offering here. So just invite people, and don't like word vomit on them and like tell them your whole like life story. Just say, hey, I'm running this free challenge group for clean eating. Would it be something that you're interested in? It's really simple. Okay. And a lot of those, again, this will come with time. Give it a couple, like literally just a couple of days, and then you will have these availabilities to invite. The first couple days for new coaches is a lot of just new contacts. Okay. So a lot of your power hours are literally going to be like 45 minutes of like new contacts, and that's okay. Your next 15 minutes is kind of a break for you to breathe from sending out messages, and I want you commenting and liking on Instagram or Facebook, whatever your like social media jam is. Okay, so this is where you're liking on okay, I say this. I would prefer you to like on Instagram, comment on Instagram as well. If you are going to use Facebook as your social media platform, comment. Okay, likes get so lost on Facebook. Comment on Facebook, especially. I have now learned that I kind of comment on both. I do comment a lot more on Instagram now. But yes, if you're on Facebook, make sure you're like commenting, and just, find a handful of people on your newsfeed or whatever and find a cute picture of their kid or dog, or they have cool shoes, and comment on it. Okay? Nothing like crazy, just comment so that your name is like getting out there. Okay? So that's your first power hour. Done. All right. So the second power hour during the day, this is your next block of 15 minutes. Your first 15 minutes, and this can be flexible depending on what your inbox looks like. 15 to 30 minutes, answer your messages. Okay? So this is where you get back to just answering your messages. Now, again, I want you to concentrate on this, and I don't want you to answer a message, somebody's active, and then you're waiting for your 3 little dots again. Don't do that. Answer the message, move on. If they answer you back, you now have the opportunity, you have this allotted time to continue the conversation, but don't sit there on one conversation. Does that make sense? Like, you have this allotted time for this, but I want you, if you don't have a lot of answered emails yet, use this opportunity to use 15 minutes to answer emails and 15 minutes to follow up with more people or invite more people, or new contacts. This second power hour is going to be a little bit more flexible, but I don't want you spending really more than 30-ish minutes on this. It's so easy to get wrapped up. Now, I say that, and there is a little bit of flexibility. If you're in a conversation with somebody and you're like about to sell a challenge pack to them, like, don't just like disappear. If you're like asking them what flavor of Shakeology and for their email, it's okay to wait, but be productive on the side. Does that make sense? Like, what I don't ever want, and this is where I got caught up, and this is where I'm saying like this is very fresh for me too, is I don't want you to get caught up in those 3 stinking dots of somebody typing. Go to the next message, okay? Or go to the next task. When they respond, if it's in that allotted time, respond back, but don't just sit and wait for them, okay? All right, so the last 15 minutes of this power hour is where I'm going to spend most of the conversation today. Okay, so this is the system that has really just like blown my mind the last 2 days. So how do I develop my new contacts? How do I know where my follow-ups are, and how do I know where to invite? Okay, the last 15 minutes of my power hour, my second power hour, is not really in a power hour. It's the last 15 minutes of any sort of work I'm doing during the day. So Jay doesn't know this, but he's going to, because he's been out of town. But basically, before I go to bed, sometime right before I go to bed, I'm going to just tell him I need 15 minutes, okay? And 15 minutes of solid, just like, let me just, blinders on, give me just 15 solid minutes. This is what you're going to do. You are going to, let me show you mine. It looks crazy right now because it was one of my days. Let me see if you guys can see it. Do you see? I did pen and paper. This side has Instagram and this side has Facebook. Okay? What I did is at the end of the day, when all my pictures were posted, I went back through each of my pictures, and this is why it's going to be so important for you to be posting 3 to 5 times a day. And I know that sounds crazy for you guys new coaches. I was there. I was like person like never posted ever. You have got to get out there and you have got to be constant on people's pages, okay? If people like block you or unfriend you, like, you're going to have to be okay with that. I don't mean that in a mean way. It's just the people, you'll be amazed at the people that follow you and love your journey. And there's going to be 100 of those and 1 negative. Okay. So don't like focus over here on the negative, but it's going to be, in order for this to work, you have to be posting constantly. Jessica, I was talking to her, she told one of her coaches, like, and I loved this, before you start your power hour, post. Like, or, when you wake up, have a post ready. Like, plan your posts ahead of time. That's like a whole nother call, like planning. But have planned posts, especially that morning post. Like, have a planned post that you, like, designed the picture the night before, and it's ready to go first thing in the morning. Okay? So, but back to this. So the 15 minutes, you are going through your Instagram pictures and you're going through your Facebook pictures that you posted that day, and you are writing down every name that liked that picture. Okay? And there lies your first power hour for the day. There lies your new contacts. Who liked your picture that you haven't talked to? There lies your follow-ups. Who liked your picture that you can follow up with that you haven't talked to in a couple days or weeks or months? I've had a lot of those lately. If you are posting, 2 days that are very, 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 very important for posts: Transformation Tuesday and Throwback Thursday. Okay, you need not to ever miss those posts, okay? Because those are vital posts to, and these don't have to be like Transformation Tuesday. It doesn't have to be a physical transformation. Physical, it can be physical, mental, emotional. How, a week ago I wasn't drinking Shakeology. This week I am, for your new coach, you guys new coaches. Like, it doesn't have to be like some crazy transformation. Just share what's going on in your life. If you have people like those posts, there's your invites. Okay, so you see how I'm like strategically planning this for you. Like, if you're writing this down the last 15 minutes of the day, you then have your first power hour of contacts like done. Okay, so say you run out of those posts. At the beginning, I don't have a whole lot of people liking my pictures. Okay, we can roll with that. On Facebook, and I will post a picture of this in the newbies group. On Facebook, there's a way for you to download your entire Facebook list. And you need to download it, you need to copy and paste it, and you need to put it into an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet and alphabetize it. Okay, are you ready for the challenge? When you alphabetize it, when you run out of new contacts, start with letter A and just start contacting them. Look on their profile, see what's, you might have in common. Now, I don't do this really with guys because I haven't really worked with guys. So I kind of I have like a whole another section that's called dudes over on my little spreadsheet. And I don't do much with them over there. But if they're a girl, I just look on their profile, find an interesting picture of them, and then I'll send them a picture. Hey, I just saw a picture of your daughter. She's so cute. How old is she now? There's your contact. You see how, don't overthink it. It's so simple. So if you run out of people to contact and you don't have enough people that have liked your picture the day before, then go to your Facebook list. So you always have a backup, okay? So what I used to do is I would like go and comment, like people that were liking my pictures throughout the day, I'd like go and like follow up with them that day. And I was just getting, like for me, I was personally getting overwhelmed. So when I started doing it the night before and I had an entire list, my entire day has been planned for me. Okay? If you have extra time, say you do have 10 new contacts that you've contacted and you have 5 minutes left on your power hour of that 15 minutes, go to your Facebook. Go find new contacts. Okay? Okay. Now, to talk about this, let me see. Oh, other ways to get likes and comments. I did want to touch on this. Other ways to get likes and comments, engaging posts. We talked about that. Transformation Tuesday, Throwback Thursday. Surveys get so much engagement, y'all. If you ask somebody's opinion, people love to share their opinion, okay? It doesn't matter what you ask. People will share your opinion. Y'all, I did a post the other day about like LaCroix versus soda. And I had people commenting on that I had to literally go on their this sounds bad, but I did. I had to go look and like, who is this person? Like, they just love to like share their information, like share what they think. Surveys, like if you have, especially women, if you put a side-by-side picture of like, if you're in like cute shorts and you're, you obviously probably know what shirt you want to wear, but for the rest of the Facebook, they don't know which kind of shirt you want to wear. Put 2 different shirts on and go A, B, and I promise you, you're going to get like 10 plus comments. Okay? Like people just they love opinions, and there are brand new contacts for you. I'm trying to make this easy for you guys. Also, questions. Engage your people on Facebook. Don't just like post something and then like just leave it there. I mean, do that sometimes, but like have a question at the end. If you have, Jessica is really, really good at this. She'll have, I don't know, you had some sort of fruit the other day, I think, or like maybe a month ago, like just holding it in your hand. And it's like, who has recipes for this? Like do something so simple. It does not have to be like, do not overthink these things. I had a thing, I had bought like 3 bunches of bananas about a month ago, and I just posted a picture of my bananas because the like person at the grocery store thought I like had monkeys. And I said, and I shared that experience, and then I said, hey, who has good banana recipes? And I got like 7 or 8 comments off of that and a bunch of likes. Okay, so just be engaging with people, and not, I want to clarify, when you're doing this, I don't want you to have the mentality of like, I'm going to do this post because I want people to buy a challenge pack. I want to do this post because I genuinely care about what people think. I care about not like what they think about you, but I care about what they want. I care about people in general, and I want to be engaging to these people to show that I want to add value to their lives. Does that make sense? Totally, you have to have this right mentality for this to work. So, all right, so I covered all that. So that should give you your power hours. That should give you engaging post ideas. And then if you have not listened to, if you do not have a tracking system, you have got to have a tracking system. Please learn this from me. I did not have a tracking system the first 6 months of my business, and I cannot tell you how many people I missed by doing that. You have got to have a tracking system. If you guys, especially new coaches, if you want to do a 30-minute call on strictly tracking, let's do it. Okay? It's that important. I will block out an hour of my time for you guys. I need you to track. I cannot stress that enough. You have got to track your conversations. Literally have on your tabs, have Facebook open or whatever. If you use Instagram, you can have your phone or whatever. But you've got to have your tracking system up. And when you talk to somebody, you immediately go over it. And it's going to sound tedious at first. It's like, oh, I'm in a mode. Like, this is part of your power hour. This is why I did 15 minutes for 10 contacts. Honestly, if you sent 10 messages, I could send 10 new messages in like 5 minutes if I wanted to. But it's 15 minutes because tracking is that important. You have got to send a message, go over to your tracking system and figure out where they're going to lie and write a comment at what date you talk to them. Okay. If they liked my picture, I always put like the date I did the picture, what the picture was, and said initial contact because of, Transformation Tuesday post and the date. Okay. So, I will post this in the newbies page. If you guys really seriously, because there is the streak video I did, but if you guys want to do a live one where we can kind of all play around with it, let's do it. I'm serious because I can't stress how important that is. Okay, so basically all of this to say, and I'm like doing so good, my 10-minute thing hasn't popped up yet. I say all of this because, one, I want you guys to know I'm right here with you. I'm doing this with you. So let's commit to the next 9 days trying this system and see if it works. If it needs to be, tweaked here and there to fit you personally, do it. Like, I don't want this is not like a cookie cutter business. This is just me guiding you into what I have seen be successful. If it's not something that works for you, let's talk and let's try to figure out something else. If it needs to be tweaked just a little bit, tweak it just a little bit to fit you and your business. But I do want you, the key to this is you need to be every single day having some sort of, I say every day, 5 days a week, okay? 5 days a week, because I do want you guys taking time off. You need time off. Your brain needs breathing. I do want you, inviting. I want you talking to new people, and I want you following up. So however you need to work that, do that, okay? So, holy cow. Sorry, I just looked at squirrel, Lauren. I just looked at participants. We got 10 on today, so we're doing a giveaway at the end today. So, yay, celebration. That's 2 weeks in a row. Like, my heart is happy. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to open it up. I can't believe I finished it in like more than 10 minutes left. That makes me happy too. I want you guys, does anybody have questions? For me, you can like unmute yourself, go in the chat box, or we can just have like an open like 10-minute, 12-minute, I don't know how much time is left. Okay, it's gonna cut us off here in just a second. I'm like looking at the time. We will have like 10 minutes in just a second. We can have like an open powwow. Like, I've never had this before where I finished this early. And if you have questions, let me see. I haven't done gallery view of who's actually like on. There it is. 10 minutes. Okay. If you don't have questions like just about Power Hour, if you just have general questions, because there are so many new coaches on here, and I don't even have to answer this. If you, Allison's down here. She's a diamond coach. Jessica is a diamond coach. Jennifer is like, he's close to diamond. So there's some good leaders on here too. So if we want to like just chat, let's see. Okay. How do you go from, hey, your kids are cute, to let me tell you about beach body? I love it. That's a great question. Okay, so when you say, hey, how are your kids are cute, you need to also have a question with that. Like, hey, I saw your picture. Your kids are adorable. How are you? How are you is like cream of the crop question. Okay, so I will tell you, you'll get a couple people that'll say good, and like you're like, Awesome. Chatty bird. And then you're gonna Allison, what have you been up to? That's actually probably even better than my question. See, this is why I have other leaders on this team. What have you been up to? They can't just say like good to that. They'll actually have to, answer you. Most of the time people will ask a question back. That would be common courtesy. Most of the time people will ask a question, what have you been up to? Well, let me tell you what I've been. No, but you don't like go like, word vomiting Beachbody, but just, kind of, you can work that into what you're doing, because that as this gets as you are in this longer and longer, it becomes such a part of your lifestyle. It's like people that are doctors. People ask what they're up to. Probably most of the time they're expecting something medical to come out of a doctor's mouth. Like, we're coaches. Like, don't be afraid of sharing. This is what I'm doing. Hold on. I'm gonna see this. It might have way too much feedback. Oh, it's not that bad. Is the feedback bad on y'all's end when I unmuted? Okay, let's just try this for a minute, because we have 7 minutes. Let's go. Jennifer, Jessica, Allison, do y'all have any responses to that?
I always tell people that when they ask, what do you do? I always say I'm a health and fitness coach. So it's not like I'm spewing Beachbody with them right away, but it gets them interested in oh, I've been trying to lose weight or whatever. Kind of gets that conversation going.
No, that's great. Health and fitness coach, health and wellness coach, lifestyle coach. All of those words are really awesome to use when talking about what we do instead of Beachbody. I actually agree very much with Jessica. Don't say, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach, because there are times that Beachbody can be weird about Beachbody, and it's an MLM and all this. So just get them talking, and that does, like Jessica said, that does get them talking about their health and fitness level too. A good question. So if somebody comments on a Transformation Tuesday post or a fitness related post or a workout post or anything like that you do, an awesome question for me, especially on Instagram, when I contact people is, hey, thank you so much for your like or comment, whatever it was. I really appreciate your support on my journey. Are you on a health journey as well? Mm-hmm. Y'all, gold. It opens up so many doors of conversation. Like I said, especially on Instagram, because people that are on Instagram come to your, pictures and pages based off of certain things, and most of them are on somewhat of a. Anything to add, Jennifer, Allison?
On Instagram, a lot of times you can tell if somebody's really into health and fitness by their page. So sometimes I'll just ask them hey, how did you get interested in health and fitness? If I already can tell that they're doing something, it kind of gets them talking about what they're doing, and you can kind of go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and just I want to encourage you guys, don't think of it oh, I have to do this thing. I get to do this. This is my job. I get to just sit here and talk to awesome people all day. I love it. I literally love talking to people. When you get so caught up in numbers and successful points, you lose that. I encourage you, don't lose that. You get burned out if you do. Just genuinely enjoy talking to people, and it'll start flowing. But in all of that, you do have to invite in the process as well. And when people see that you're genuinely talking to them, when you invite them, they're not going to, oh my gosh, she's trying to sell me something. That's why free groups are so great too. Always do that, right? Free groups. Hey girls. Shout out some of your free groups that you've done that have not been clean eating.
Beachbody on Demand.
Yes, that's a good one. because everybody, so new coaches, Beachbody On Demand offers 30-day free trial for anybody. So like a 7-day Beachbody On Demand where you can like choose a different workout a day, and you're talking about workout tips and health tips. Those are great free groups.
And there's also that really good Crock-Pot group. Probably not for the summer, but it was really good for the winter.
Yeah, for the winter, people love and I have that in files. So let me put that. I need to put that in there. I'll put that into our like file section because I have that entire thing. But people come fall love Crock-Pot recipes, and like I think all of us that did a Crock-Pot recipe were like 400 plus. Jennifer, didn't you have like 900 or something? Okay, Jennifer had like 900 new contacts developed from a Crock-Pot like free group. Like I think we all had like a whole 5 people participating, and that'll happen. But that gives you 600 people to follow up with. Like your contacts for the rest of the year, basically, right?
Not overwhelming at all, y'all. Not overwhelming.
Yeah, don't do that. Like cap it. Please don't.
100 is your cap. 100.
Yeah, 100 people, cap it. And then just run another Crock-Pot free group again. I'm trying to think of other things that I've done. Plank. I've done a plank challenge. That one was actually really fun. It had nothing to do with it. Like, I had clean eating recipes in there, and we talked about meal prep and stuff, but we like all just did a competition every day of like who could like hold the plank the longest. It was awesome.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Like it was just random. And
that ABC group was really good too.
Yeah, there's an ABC like a workout where you do like a word of the day, and you can ask the people like, what does this word mean to you? Oh, and by the way, here's your workout with that word. And each letter has like a specific kind of workout with it. That was fun.
I've actually started adding that in with all of my free groups because a lot of people are like, oh, great, I loved it. I'm excited about clean eating, but what are we going to do to exercise? So it's kind of been an easy way to start introducing.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. So hopefully, I got cut off of Zoom 2 weeks ago, and I was screaming at my computer, and I'm not letting that happen again. So it's going to cut us off, but I hope that was helpful for you. We had 10 on the call, so I'm going to do a giveaway, but you have, in order to be in the giveaway, you have to do your takeaways once I post the video. Don't do takeaways until I post the video. It'll take me about 15 minutes to post it. But post your takeaways underneath, and I'll give the you have till 10:30 again tonight since you guys were on. Okay? I hope that was helpful. Let's do this month, and then I'm going to do a big post tomorrow about like, let's do this. So, love you girls. Thanks for being on. I'll see you guys later, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Love you too. Thank you, Lauren.